It was the Woodland Park murder case that grabbed the nation's attention, and tonight it is back in the headlines.
Today, attorneys for Patrick Frazee, the man accused of brutally murdering the mother of his child, made the case today for why he should get another trial. Good evening. I'm Mallory Anderson.
And I'm Bart Bedsole. Heather is off tonight. Thanks for making us your choice for news at 10. When Kelsey Barrett disappeared on Thanksgiving Day of 2018, it set off one of the most intense legal dramas in Colorado history.
Her fiancé, Patrick Frazee, whom she shared a child with, was convicted of killing her inside her Woodland Park home before recruiting a former love interest to help him hide the bloody evidence. Today, a hearing for his appeal was held in Denver.
KRDO was the only station in the courtroom today. Let's bring in investigative reporter Sean Rice now for more on the grounds of that appeal, which don't involve new evidence, but rather procedural errors allegedly made in Frazee's first trial. Sean.
Yeah, Bart, that's right. Lawyers for Patrick Frazee are attempting to get his first-degree murder conviction and life in prison sentence vacated. They argue there were multiple trial errors made by the prosecution, some of which allegedly violated Patrick Frazee's constitutional rights.
The defendant claims that several errors occurred during his over 2-week-long trial. The record shows that few, if any, errors actually occurred, and any that did were harmless, given the overwhelming evidence.
A rebuke from the state after arguments were made that questioned the credibility of a key witness in this case, Crystal Lee. Lee, Frazee's former mistress, testified against Frazee at the trial, stating she drove from Idaho to Woodland Park to help him dispose of Kelsey Barrett's body and clean up the crime scene. Her testimony was part of a deal with prosecutors where she pleaded guilty to tampering with a deceased body while avoiding being charged as an accessory.
Much of it relies on Crystal Lee's credibility, which was hotly contested, and there's much reason to doubt. This is someone who admitted giving multiple false statements to police before being offered an extremely favorable plea agreement, and then all of a sudden changing her story.
Another key element of the appeal features claims that multiple jurors spoke about the case amongst themselves prior to deliberation. They were allegedly discussing parts of the case and hoping for certain evidence to be presented by the prosecution during the trial.
And their discussions were so alarming that Juror 5 stepped away from the group, exclaimed loud enough that the court staff could hear him, "I'm not going to be around this. I'm not going to sit here while they continue to talk about this case."
But the prosecution counters that this issue was already acknowledged during the 2019 trial, one that did not result in disqualifying the jurors at that time.
The court didn't sit silent and do nothing. It called the jurors out individually to ask them about this conversation. And after it assessed their credibility and the responses to its questions, it concluded that they could be fair and impartial.
The 3 appellate judges did not provide a ruling following today's hearing. A spokesperson for Colorado courts tells 13 Investigates that decision could take days or even weeks. Reporting from our newsroom, Sean Rice, 13 Investigates.
All right, Sean, thanks.